What's going on, guys? I know it's a bit crazy to release two videos in one day, but I wanted to get this one out there specifically before this reset on Tuesday because this shop rotation, if you like playing Storm, is actually very crucial. And the shop only really comes back around once every 6 months. Like it takes a full 6 months for it to do a rotation. So today is a very, very important day if you like to play Storm. So, or rather, a very important week. So, hope you guys enjoy.
Alright, so what did we say we were spending on in the store today? It is Steam Vent. So here, let me grab my Storm really quickly. So Storm is a unique case where gear items wise, it has a couple of viable options on the LB, but the RB, the one you want is basically the legendary version of this, but the thing is that there's two versions of it. There was the version that came out with the base game, and that one's called Black Ice. And then during Cataclysm, every single Javelin got a new LB and a new RB that was based on ones that already existed in the game. So for Storm, one of them I believe is Eternal Squall, and that was based on like the Lightning LB that was based on Ponder Infinity. So it's Eternal Squall, Ponder Infinity. They look the same. They have a different Masterwork perk. Is the difference. So for Steam Vent, it's the same as Black Ice, but they gave it additional fire bolts in it. But those fire bolts have a like a glitch multiplier that's way higher, or I don't know if it's glitched or if it was intended, but it just has a way higher multiplier. So it, in terms of storm gear, it deals by far the most damage of any storm gear. But because it was a cataclysm item, you can only get it from the tombs, storm chest, or spending coin. And spending coin is obviously the best because you get that specific item. Like you're not going to get anything else from this. Every single roll of this is going to be a steam vent. So this is really your best shot to get a high quality steam vent, which will elevate the level of your storm's capability to an extremely high level. Is there anything else here that I want to pick up just before? I mean, Absolute Zero is pretty decent on Interceptor. I don't think it's worth buying though, because I don't think you need a good roll. So okay, let's just get right into it. Now, I picked one first because what we're looking for here in so basically the top left and the bottom right are always the two most important inscriptions. What we're looking for is gear damage, kind of like you see in the bottom right on this one. And then again, in either the top left or bottom right, you also want charges. So either if it's on the bottom right, you'll get 100% charges, and if it's on the top left, you want 200%. So either you get 200 in the top left, 200 charges in the top left, and then up to 175 gear damage in the bottom right, or you get 100 charges in the bottom right and up to 250 gear damage top left. The other two are like if you get bonus stuff that's useful, that's great, but really it's the top left, bottom right that you're looking for. So that one was pretty good already, actually. I'm not even gonna lie. That's also good for a tick build. Like that's not even that horrible, but it's not going to be a good steam vent build. So I'm probably going to stop myself at like 10 or so. I don't think I'm going to go crazy here just because there's so many that I have to get. Oh my god. Lots of them, but again, no damage. Love's giving me that gear recharge at the top left. So they say 200 gear damage top left. Double gear recharge, that's interesting. Binary build. Again, not what we're looking for. Jab is usually great on a storm build, but here we want big gear damage. Boom. Beautiful. 250 is the max. but 200 is still pretty darn good. It's a shame, actually, it's got pickup radius, but that's for a totally unrelated reason. Because on low armor boosts, you don't want to be picking up health packs. So pickup radius does kind of screw you up with that, but otherwise, that's a very nice one. I can very safely stop right there, and I only had to waste 18,000 coin. So yeah, that's perfect. So now I'm just going to delete the irrelevant ones. I'm going to keep some of them, but I'm going to just delete the irrelevant ones. So this one is irrelevant. This one might be fun for a binary build, so I'm just going to keep it. This one's just, the recharge is nice, but it's just worse than what I just got. That's the one that I got to make sure I keep. Not really useful. Not better than the one I just got. Not helpful. Double gear recharge with support recharge, I don't know what that'll be for, but like if I'm running something that's LB focused, I don't know. I mean, it's just, it could be fun. And this one's irrelevant also. So, okay, take off mass salvage. Put this one on. There we go. So now my Storm has a very competitively viable steam vent. Was there anything else in the store that's useful this week? I don't think so. What's the chest? It's Storm chest. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, Rubidium Furnace is whatever. Yeah, the rest of this is whatever. Okay, so now let's, well, not Temple. Let's try it out, just kind of showcase how powerful this is. Actually, what's the legendary mission? Lost Arcanist, okay. Not helpful. So, Storm. You kind of want to run, you always want to run gear. I would normally craft more of these. I'm just going to craft more of them, actually. So it's usually gear, and then you want the purple fire sigil. I just haven't completed enough strongholds yet. So I'm going to have to use the blue fire sigil. Actually, why did I just make two of them? Whatever, I'll use them. And then a blue gear sigil. So it'd always be double gear with a fire. So purple gear, blue fire, blue gear. Now, there's a funny glitch when you use, and you want to use sigils pretty much everywhere, but there's a funny glitch with the sigils where if you put two of the same kind of sigils right next to each other, like slot 1, slot 2, sometimes slot 2 doesn't work. So it's a rare occurrence, and you have to like notice it. But I always just stack them like this. So if you're using two of one sigil and then one of another, you always put the odd man out in slot 2, so that way you kind of space them out like this. I don't know, just a weird quirk. Put it on GM3. Let's see how Storm gets into it. Now, my Storm build is missing quite a lot. Like, relative to a full Storm build that would be ideal for this. I don't have a binary star. I don't have a good Radiant Fortress. And I'm obviously missing the universal rolls. So it might be hard to specifically keep my shield up and keep myself alive and also deal with lots of small ads. Because pretty much my steam vent is the only hope I have at this point for killing stuff. I may actually put on my 61 power binary. Actually, no, it's not going to do anything. It's not going to be able to kill anything. So yeah. This Storm build is basically going to be like this, except assembling stuff from the shop. That's pretty much how my Storm build is going to go. How's the recharge right now?
On my way.
Okay, it kind of comes back. Okay. Do I not have the primer melee? Primer melee would probably be very nice right now. Nope, okay, of course I don't.
Look, the wildlife doesn't like the outlaw cowards either.
Actually,
What luck. Now
I
look
am
at
just going to try binary just because
Find that story
none of these
here.
are going to be useful for me. It's... actually... Maybe Winter's Wrath, actually, at this point. Alright, let me just see. What are the binaries? Oh, they're not recharged. Oh, right, this is a
One down. Good.
interact one.
That was quick. Keep at it.
So yeah, my combos do half of what most people's do. So as a result, my gear damage is basically about half of what most people, and that's just from being low leveled. So let me see these binaries. Actually not horrible. Is it going to kill him? It is going to kill him. That's actually better than I thought it was going to be, to be fair. If it's a big group, my binary can actually do some work. And these shielded enemies, I mean the shielded enemies is where this thing shines. I mean, look at that. Took it down in 2 shots and it kind of regened as well.
And now stop the stragglers, freelancer.
And also binary can go through walls, so I just, yeah, you see that. So this is really like the build you want on a storm, and then in the ideal world you also have Radiant Fortress here. So that way if your shield ever gets knocked down, you can just recharge it really quick. And then you also would have it for priming acid. You would ideally have acid slugs on as well. So like you see right now, I would shoot a Radiant Fortress, but to get my shield back. Because then when you have your shield up, then you trigger Soften Blows too. So you just have a bunch of synergy worked around basically shield gating if you've ever played Warframe. Okay, these two are going to be rude.
That's the end of the fight.
Okay.
Okay, that's done. Blast. No time to rest. More work just came in.
Alright, breakfast break.
Damn, sentinels are in a bind. Find them. I'll head over there.
Always gotta go for runes.
Sentinels in trouble. Let's get to work, freelancer. Understood.
Yeah. But even at such a low power, I mean, this thing just tears through these guys. Look at that.
I'm in trouble here.
Ah! I thought the dodging was gonna be good enough. Should've just popped the ult. Yeah, when you're low power, you take more damage, and you don't deal as much damage. So getting power level up is important, to say the least, but... Where the hell did I spawn?
Now that you've finished, new work. Go.
Oh my god.
Gentleman's in trouble out there. Find
Yeah, but I mean, this steam vent took down the enforcers in like 3 shots. I mean, considering, like I said, like the combos do half the damage, so I would say I'm doing about half the damage of a 960 storm right now.
me even the odds.
And this thing is still just murderous. I mean, even a 61 power binary is... My ticks are only 7,000, but the hit is still doing some work. Alright, you're gonna bother me. Yeah, look at that. You one-shot scouts. I mean...
Stay ready. The scars will
Oof.
be back.
Yeah, but I'm just constantly at this low health. Just because yeah. Alright, can I get them together in here? Because the fire one is the nice one for killing them. This is why I wish I had a Radiant Fortress. Because in an ideal world, you'd acid prime them.
I'm in trouble here.
What the? I picked up the health packs! Oh my lord. That's how fast I die from just 3 ads shooting at me?
Understood.
Yeah, now I basically gotta do this again, don't I? Yep. Actually, you know what? They're all just gonna get ultimated. Also, the aiming is pretty generous on it as well.
Done yet.
I'm gonna try to... Are you serious right now? Nope, finish the revive. Okay, well, he dodged that. Okay. That's how far away I gotta fly to not get fucking aimbotted. Okay. I can't even binary in peace. I mean, shit, do I gotta do floating binary technique? I mean, my god.
On it.
Oh my god. They spawned right on top of me, didn't they? Literally gonna sit behind here and just... Oh my god. Buddy. This is just an invasion of privacy. Alright, let's save the ult for if I really need it. So it takes a while, but the binary does take him down. So I mean, just imagine a full power one. I mean, I'm literally just sitting behind a rock, just spamming this at them, and it kills them. So imagine one that actually is, you know, fully powerful. This one is 61 power on an 884 build. I mean, this is like it has way more potential than this.
Finished off all the scars. Very good. I think you are the last one standing.
Alright, now I'll revive all the sentinels.
We're not done yet. So much trouble out there.
So if you revive the sentinel, actually, Alliance doesn't matter no more, but if Alliance mattered, you would pick up the sentinels because you get a little bit of extra XP.
Freelancers need to watch out for each other. I'll check it out.
Obviously, this is on GM3 too. I mean, you see how fast stuff is killing me. I mean, I'm getting brutalized out here, but I'm also brutalizing them.
Good timing. Definitely need some help.
Freelancers rely on each other. Someday you will need help as well. Understood.
Of course, they're giving me a full Scar contract on Temple Week. Okay, well, I just missed his weak spots there. But if I hit his weak spots... This is why you run Token of Daring, too. Because now all the gear just comes right back. These guys are a little too spaced out for binaries to really work well. Where's that scout? Okay, where's the other one? Okay. And then this is just the last enemy. Okay.
You scared them off, but they will return.
Prepare him for a little bit of ultimate. Yeah, do not get hit by that flamethrower. Oh my god. So just look at how many binaries I can fire just because I got my shield taken off. And that's why you want charges, not just for the recharge or like, you know, it's convenient. It's because of Token of Daring. Now I can just spam more binaries because I got my shield taken off. Now imagine you had Radiant Fortress where you get your shield back up instantly. Now you're kind of seeing the vision of the build. It's basically just being able to spam gear way faster than your recharge solely because of Token of Daring. And that's why it's in the real build, when you have all the rolls, it's the only Jap specific you run. Alright, take my shield off again. There we go. And then look at that, more binaries to throw. How does it do against hunters? 2 shots hunters? No, not quite. And now they're running. Oh, a luminary. Please tell me I hit it. Okay. And then its weak spot's on its legs like that. Oh my god.
What is this thing made of?
There we go.
Scars. Good. They won't be causing any more trouble.
So now we got a legendary.
Of many, I give thanks.
Let's see, can I kill the legendary? He's just sitting still for me, so it's kind of a good damage chest, but yeah, each bolt is doing 10k. That's not horrible. I think on the main account they do like 25k per bolt, and I think there's like 8 bolts of the fire, something like that. Wow, that was a lame chest. Oh my god, what? Alright, well, that was more just to give you an idea of what power of Steam Vent holds. I mean, this build, if I tried to do GM3 without this, it was horrible. It was really, really hard. Actually, I don't even think I would have was able to do it. I think I like needed to be carried.
So yeah, guys, I know this one's coming out really quick after the last one, after a long break, but I just wanted to show you guys the power of Steam Vent while it's still in the shop. It's here until Tuesday. Oh god, what day is that? Because it turns into June here. It's on till Tuesday, June 3rd, so if you'd like to play Storm, definitely at least give a few rolls a shot. See what you can get. See what you're comfortable with spending coin on, though. You know, if you don't have a lot of coin, try and take something, as easy as you can. I mean, if it were up to me, like if I had to choose between the charges and gear damage, I would probably choose the gear damage, but you would need a lot of recharge. You got to find recharge anywhere you can if you do that. So, yeah, definitely get some Steam Vents. Also, the Storm Chest has them. You can spend in the Storm Chest. It's just there's also chances for other stuff. But like if you need a good roll on a melee or a good roll on a support, then the Storm Chest is also great because then you can get those things in there as well. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Happy spending this week because it's actually a pretty decent week to spend if you're a Storm main. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time. Peace.